Welcome to Crafty Hints. I'm Chantel. I want to thank you for joining me today. If you found me through the playlist, I do hope that you'll stick around and hit that subscribe button and the bell so that you're notified when I upload. This is part of the Quick Change collab hosted by Theresa DIY. DIY 1. So I was in search of these wood trucks. I had several ideas, and I had a wonderful friend that sent me some from Texas. And you know what happened? I found them in my stores the day that I got them. Of course, kind of the way it goes, but my Dollar Trees have been a little empty lately. All right, I took this pool color, it's just a Waverly chalk paint, and I went over it, and then I distressed it a little bit with some, I think that was silver lining, and a little bit of white, and I just kind of went back and forth on it till it looked like my dad's old blue truck. I love the red truck just like the rest of you, but I wanted this to fit my decor a little better and be like my dad's old truck. Now, to put something in the back of this truck, I took 2 tumbling tower blocks and just lined the inside and lined it up with that black back block that they had. Now I'm taking a larger popsicle stick and I'm gluing some flowers on it. This is what's going to make our changeable seasonal decor. So I'm going to use that medium-sized popsicle stick and put my items on them. This time it's just some more spring-looking flowers. Actually, maybe these are a little bit later in summer, but I think they're hydrangeas. But I thought they looked springy with their pink color, so I'm adding this as my first flowers to the truck. So pretty, and they just fill the back of the truck so nicely. And so I just arranged those in there, and just as easy as that, and it'll pop right back out, but it sits in there, and there's my truck. So cute. Next, I knew these sunflowers just screamed summer, so I wanted to fill up the back of the truck with these. So I just kind of bent the wire on them at an angle so that they would line up on the stick, and I glued them down and kind of pushed their leaves up towards the top. And then later, after it was in the truck, I kind of noticed and I added a couple green leaves just to give it a little another pop of color. So again, anything you want to put in the back of your truck, you can do it. I've now found these trucks. There's 3 or 4 different types of trucks, a couple different makes and models there, so you can pick one that you like. And there it is. So fun and cute. All right, next I wanted a fall theme. So just looking at these different fall leaves and deciding how I want them to lay in there. And it was just about half a popsicle stick. Worked just fine. So you just glue them on there any way you want. These are, gosh, these might be a couple of years old fall leaves, but you could use, again, anything that will fit your home decor, whatever you enjoy. You could fill it full of those tiny pumpkins. I couldn't find my bag of tiny pumpkins. Yep, they're still hidden in my box of fall decor. So I'll have to find those soon. All right, that's just about right, but I did find this guy and have a clip on him so I can clip it on or off. And there is this one. Next, I was able to find my Christmas trees, and what you knew I had to go with the tree, right? It has to haul a Christmas tree. So I was deciding which size tree would fit best. Gave it another measure, wanted to clip it off there so it'll stand up in there just right. I did twist off the stand to the tree. And now all this needed was one big blob of glue, and I just held it in place at an angle. And this one was so simple. How simple is that? I glued a tree to a stick. You can do this. Make it your own. All right, one more to go. When I'm not hauling my Christmas tree in the winter, what's the back of my truck going to be full of? Snow. So I took this piece of floral foam, just an odder end that's in my bag of pieces of floral foam, glued that on there, and then I just started kind of chipping at it till I had a couple mounds of snow. And the white cloth is from the auto section. It's for washing or buffing your car, and it's kind of fluffy, so I'll use that and just give it some hot glue. And really, I'm just wrapping this foam any way it kind of fits on there. So I just keep tucking that down in there, holding it in place. And again, this is just pretty simple. There it is, just pressed it into place on my truck. And there's my truck bed full of snow. So cute, isn't it? All right, this was hosted by Theresa DIY. You are going to want to check out her channel. She's the one hosting this, and there's also going to be a playlist below. So there will be probably 30 DIYs you're going to want to check out. And on to DIY 2. Now, the Dollar Tree last summer had these calendars, and I just realized I haven't been using them much. And so I was trying to decide which ones I was going to use. I have used the back of these, though, for little signs on my tiered tray. But look at these. They're so cute. And then there's this collage photo frame that I got from the Dollar Tree. It's a square. It's around 11 inches. And it fits these pretty well. The inside's just a little bit larger. So I'll show you how we fix that edge of it being a little larger. Now, instead of going in with my ivory like I usually do, I decided to use moss. I thought this green would be another nice neutral. And if you look at these, they all have a green wreath in there somewhere. So as I'm trimming these off, you can kind of see they each have a little green wreath to them somewhere. And I thought the moss would fit well. So with 4th of July coming up, I wanted to use Home of the Brave. And so I just took the one I wanted to use and put the mats behind it with the white around the edges so that it would match my calendar, and just lined it up in the center. And once I got it in the center, I used this poster putty. Now, just a little bit of that in each of the corners will hold it in place there. You could definitely use tape, but the reason I didn't was because, of course, we're going to be changing this out. So you could take apart this calendar and have all 12 of them in there ready to use each month, because they are beautiful little works of art. So I tacked that down, and I just made sure that the little hole was at the center of the top. Now I put all those pieces behind it, pressed it down, and I will flip it over and show you how pretty this looks. See, doesn't it look nice with the moss? All right, I just made a quick shoelace bow, and I used, I'm sorry, it's a little bit too high there, a little bit of the poster putty to attach the bow. I just put it up at that edge to cover that hole. See that there? It's kind of noticeable in the glass. And now here I am switching around one. Now when you switch them around, you're going to want to line up the holes also. Just putting this back together here. I think I showed the fall just a little bit too quick. Oh, there's the fall. And that bow works just fine for that. But again, I use the poster putty right on the glass. And so your bow can just cover up the little hole where you would hang your calendar on a nail. Now I'm making another bow. And that's another reason I didn't hot glue this on, was so if you want to make a couple different bows, you could use your poster putty on the back and stick the different bows on there. And those would be just fine. And I'm just dovetailing the ends of this bow and taking just a little bit of a flame so it doesn't fray. And fluff this out a little bit. Now I'm going to go to the Christmas one. And again, I leave that little dot of the poster putty. Now I line up the holes. That's your crafty hint. Line that up really quick and switch out my bows. And it's as easy as that. I decided this bow is just a little bit heavier, so I added a little bit more poster putty. And when you switch the bows, you might want to just knead that poster putty a little bit so it's sticky again. And there it is. So cute. And there's this one. And there's the lemons. So some quick and easy DIYs. I do hope that you enjoyed them. And please tell me which one you liked best below. And subscribe and hit that bell so that I can see you next time and you can not miss another video. Thank you so very much for watching. Have a wonderful, blessed day.